right, welcome to Morning Coffee, or technically Morning Espresso, here with the GameWisp team.
Morning Espresso.
Espresso. In case you're wondering, that is spelled inappropriately on purpose.
We are not idiots, at least in that respect.
That's right.
Yeah, so we're doing a real short one today. Hopefully, I may go off on a rambling diatribe, and we just go with it. But
Could be.
the intent is for this to be short because we're starting up a little late. We got a lot going on today, so. But we wanted to touch base with everyone. That is some beautiful fife.
That's right.
We wanted to touch base with everyone
Make you sick.
out there in the land of people that listen to this.
Right.
And let you guys know what's been going on since the holidays.
That's right.
Took a break.
Took a break. Much needed respite, I think is the word we're looking for.
Respite.
Oh, look at the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So a fun aside, after the last morning coffee, we modded the living daylights out of Skyrim.
Oh, we did.
And it broke. And then Michael came back and
Unbroke
basically
it.
went through the mod list one by one until he found the problem mod and disabled it. And I think it was a weather mod or a climate mod.
Yeah, it was a climate mod for Dragonborn.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
So, we got E&B shaders going on here.
Look at
we're
this
like,
fire coming off this person.
We're neck deep in mod land. Like once
That's
you jump the E&B threshold, like you're neck deep in mod land.
That's
and
right.
So that's what we're doing. So
I'm going to go somewhere with water. How's that sound?
Some weather, some nice water effects, some
Yeah.
fire, blah, 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
some better textures for static models.
Right.
A bunch of stuff, but it's funny, though. It's almost like an overload. Like, once you load it up and you see everything, it's hard to notice all the little things you've done.
Right. But foliage is one of the sky is one of them.
Nice night skies.
Which is appropriate for Skyrim.
Okay, so show us some water.
Oh, yeah.
Just jump your horse over the side of that bridge, or not.
That's right. I'll just jump me over the side of the bridge. Huzzah!
Which probably is impressive at night.
Let us wait until the morning time.
So, yeah, good 10 hours. See it at sunrise. That'll be classy.
Yeah.
Okay, while we're waiting, here's what's going on. We took a break for Christmas, as we need that in order to preserve sanity, and we have come back.
Vampire blood. I'm now hated and feared, so that's cool.
That's a blood start of vampire.
That's right. So yeah, you can keep talking about us.
Yeah, and so you can kind of, if you jump in the water,
Yeah.
you can kind of see the rippling effects. If you look up, you can see how the effects you have on like through the top surface of the water and stuff. It's nice. You also have some distant
really
like
nice.
depth of field stuff going on.
I need to get a fish mod because that is just.
So you have more fish.
That's right, and that fish looks bad.
Did somebody make a fish mod?
I guarantee you,
There's
someone made a fish mod.
Okay.
So the draw distance is really good. Like all the foliage is really nice. You can, if you zoom into this, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff being rendered right now. It looks really nice. So whatever they've done is really good. They added some like windmills on some of these towers, and particle effects are really great. The water is just incredible. Like you look, right here at the edge, just looks incredibly realistic.
When we got all this running, we may have spent an inappropriate amount of time just staring at digital water.
That's right. The horse texture looks nice.
Oh, you retextured the horse too?
I think so. Hello, horse. Eyeballs.
It's like he's staring into my soul.
That's right. What a friend I have in that horse.
Okay. All right.
So what are we doing at GameWisp?
What's up, person in the chat whose name is kind of turquoise, so I can't read it from this distance?
That's right. What is that?
The Rainbow Dash 00? What mods are we playing with? Lots of mods.
Lots of mods.
In fact, just Alt-Tab out and show the mod list. Dear
Okay.
God, I don't want to name them all.
Right.
There's so many.
I will. That's right. So let's see. Can I add a global source? Add.
Window capture.
Yeah, window capture. Nexus.
Oh, man. On the fly configuring just
That's
for
right.
this one person.
That's right.
Nexus Mod Manager.
Yeah, that's what we want. Inner window, entire window. That one, I think.
I don't know, dude.
Never done this before.
And then.
I have to add it over here, right?
Yeah.
Add global source Nexus. Great. Okay, so that's.
There it is, kind of busted. But you can basically get the idea. There's a lot of high-res texture packs, some weather packs.
Yeah, let's see. We start with climates of Tamriel, high-res texture packs. Basically, we walk down. There's a Real Vision E and B, and it's it gives you a list of mods to run with. So a lot of sky, like there's just all kinds of realistic water. For some reason Hoth Trooper got in here. I'm not sure.
Nice.
That's the author, but that's armor upgrade. Obviously, Sky UI, the SMIM update, lots of eyes, campfires, grasses, horses for followers. Just a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know what's happening with my mouse here.
It's freaking out. Yeah,
it is freaking out.
Right,
but
kill it. Get us back to Skyrim. Okay,
That's right.
So Rainbow. That is what we're doing. There's a lot of mods going on.
But if you publish the I got 2 cursors now.
It's all right. We'll live with it.
We'll live with it. This is short.
Yeah. Morning espresso is turning into morning big gulp.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. What we're doing with GameWisp, if you guys are curious, we are... You monster. We are finishing up our video encoding platform.
That's right.
Like, you're refactoring that today, right?
I am refactoring that. Basically, we learned a lot from our user tests, and so it's going to be a lot of just like making things work awesomely based on the specific use cases that we saw that we hadn't anticipated, or like, wow, this needs some more like info, or the user needs more info about exactly what's happening with their video. I think most of what we anticipated was correct, but a lot of it just wasn't exactly perfect, or maybe enough,
Yeah, or, stability, yada, yada.
That kind of stuff.
So we picked
efficiencies.
We still got
various.
Marissa contracting for us, so she's working on some discovery and search kind of viewer side features that are really cool. And so those got pretty much finished yesterday?
Yeah.
We're pretty close. So what those are is, we talk a lot about how there are certain aspects of watching video on the internet now that we hate. For example, we hate comments. We hate the fact that YouTube videos, basically watching them boils down to a like or a dislike. Okay,
yeah.
What does that mean? Another thing we kind of hate is how the experience is built around searching for videos on YouTube, especially gaming videos.
Right.
Like search and the algorithms they use to make videos more popular, et cetera, et cetera. And so we label all this idea of like going to YouTube or our video site and watching a video and finding videos you want to watch and finding new stuff. We label all that discovery.
Yeah.
And so discovery is terrible. Just in general, with video content on YouTube or other gaming video sites or whatever, discovery is terrible. And so we want to solve this discovery problem. And so Marissa is making strides toward that by basically building a sort of search and discovery experience tailored specifically to gaming video and the kind of gaming content that people want to watch and people make.
Right.
So we're doing this through leveraging some third-party APIs as well as categorizing data that comes into GameWisp, videos from YouTube that we suck in, or videos that people upload to our platform. So she's working on that. Now, what all that means is that when we launch this thing, we'll have some form of discovery in place that we feel like for gaming video is better than anywhere else.
I agree.
I'm just going to say that. I'm going to make a Peter Molyneux promise.
Do it. I love
it's
those.
Better than anywhere else for discovering new content.
Right.
It's really cool, and so I'm happy with it, and I get happier with it every day it gets worked on. So hopefully when we launch, it'll be there in some form that's usable and nice and helps people find new things. It'll just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, I think that's the trick there, and what's cool about being able to really make a platform that's specifically tailored to gaming is that you can do a lot of really neat things that are specific to gaming that you just can't do on like a general purpose platform.
Oh yeah, man, it's great. Like think about like the way games are related, right? So
yeah.
What's up? Sorry, I got distracted. So there's there's the way games are related. For example, you could call this an open world game.
Right.
And, it may be difficult to find related open world games through some kind of simple search or tag mechanism on, say, YouTube.
Right.
But we can leverage the fact that we know this game is open world and there are other games themselves that we could classify as open world that can help you find more video content. So
exactly.
It's really, it comes down to just linking the games and the video content created around the games together more intelligently so that it can more easily be used to like facilitate search and discovery.
Right.
So that's what we're doing.
That's exactly right.
So with that in mind, what else are we doing? So there's that. You're polishing up video.
Yeah, and then we're just trying to make the game profiles and stuff really interesting. So we talked about discovery, but there's some specific things I'm doing around like beautifying or automating the beautification process.
Automating the beautification process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of like the games and so just sort of like
Which I don't think we've talked about that. There's another approach, right, to not only being able to say show me some good videos that are RPGs or strategy games or adventure games or first person shooters or whatever.
right.
There's also like, what about I just want to see videos for Grand Theft Auto. Well, YouTube is not. Well, I don't think they are. Or other video platforms are going to dedicate a page to like Grand Theft Auto, and like here's good Grand Theft Auto content.
Right.
Here's good content similar to Grand Theft Auto. Like we do that. That's something that we can do, and we can do it because we can leverage gaming specifically.
Right.
And so every game, every game in the known universe, lots and
Pretty close.
lots and lots of games.
Yeah.
On GameWisp have basically a page dedicated to
Right.
it. And you can go to this game page and you can see new content or good content for that particular game submitted by users or whatever. So that's kind of cool. Like it's really easy to find a lot of video about a particular game if that's what you're into. It's really easy to find a lot of video about a particular genre.
Yeah.
Or even a particular theme like steampunk.
Yeah.
We've got that ability.
Yeah, and I think that's where the really cool thing lies is like, and so those themes, those genres, all of that needs to look really nice so that everybody has a good experience with it. And so I'm working on some of that stuff too.
So the Bob Foster asks, what about creators like other creators? If I like creator A, could you recommend creator B who might be similar to A? Similarity is a tough problem amongst creators because it's like, what is your definition of similarity? Are they both funny? Are they both European? What are we going with? Do they both play the same game? And so one of the recommendations we actually got from somebody we tested against, a creator that used our platform was like, oh man, it's really cool that like users on your platform can like showcase a series. They can basically click on it and write a little blurb about it, and it shows up on the user's page, right? So you can go to a user profile page and see all this channel and series content that somebody has taken the time to write a little blurb about why it's good. Anyway, so the creator was like, it'd be really cool if I could do that on my channel. So I could be like, hey, I play a lot of Skyrim. I'm going to showcase this other channel on my page that also plays a lot of Skyrim that I like. And this is why I like them. And so I think we're going to do that. It's good. So we'll basically make the did you kill yourself?
No, I just accidentally accidentally attacked like a person.
So to answer your question, the Bob Foster, we'll basically make that ability open to creators where they can feature other creators they might like. So it's not necessarily like them. I think in the future we could approach that sort of similarity problem. We could, for example, gather more information about creators.
Yeah.
Maybe their location, maybe how often they upload, maybe the kind of games they play.
Yeah,
and we can use that to like link them to other people based on the kind of games they play.
And I think we'll have a lot of information about that in the like as we like go forward. Part of it's going to be collecting data from the games that they play. I think that's going to be a big piece. I think another big piece is going to be collecting data from their YouTube videos and their channels and stuff like that. We'll be able to like, technically or theoretically, we can do things like understand the shared audience between more than one creator, and so use some like techniques of like, hey, these people seem to have the same type of audience, so maybe they create the same kind of content.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, what's your comment? If 100 users like creator A and B, but I've only heard of A, could you recommend B to me based on the common like between? Yeah, so the overlap. In the Venn diagram of users, A and B have an overlap of the same people. And so that's just what Michael was getting at, was like that would be an interesting way to say, well, these, 100 people like Bob, so they might like Dana. So check out Dana. Yeah. And this is all stuff we can do. Like that's probably not day one, that sort of similarity judgment, because we need a user base to determine that. But yeah, it's a stab, and I think it's probably a good one. So and combining that kind of data with games that are played or whatever, you can actually make conclusions about why there's that overlap. So like if one person plays a lot of Skyrim and another person plays a lot of Grand Theft Auto, but they have an overlap of like 10% of each person's follower base likes the other one.
Yeah.
Well, that means, hey, like maybe the overlap is because they play open world games.
Right.
And so, hey, check this out because you like open world games.
Right.
Like that's something we can do. So yeah, just really it all boils down to the fact that there's some really, really interesting data problems that emerge when you get a lot of people doing a lot of things in a well-structured environment.
Right.
And so by catering this to gaming data, we actually have a very well-structured environment. So you can do some really interesting stuff.
Right.
Told you I'd go on a diatribe.
I love
it.
it.
Morning.
Every morning, coffee needs a
It
diatribe.
wouldn't be morning espresso.
Espresso.
It'd be morning coffee.
That's right.
So yeah, so that's where we are. Like, we'll launch with the basic discovery stuff. I might write a blog post about it pretty soon.
Yeah.
Just to kind of show what's up.
Seems cool.
And
seems real cool.
Okay, dates. This is the last thing I want to talk about. PAX South, January 23rd?
23rd through the 25th, I think.
So we are scrambling like mad to get this thing out the door before that.
Yep.
And I absolutely hate it. We're doing all kinds of things I hate with software development. One, we're setting a fixed date on when something's going to be done. I hate that. Two, we're doing a big bang release of a bunch of features at one time. Hate that.
Yeah.
That means everything's going to be broken. But we're doing it anyway because sometimes you have to. It's the nature of the beast. So
right.
We are hoping to have something out the door for creators to use and to show to their fans by the 23rd of January.
Yeah, and more than likely, or not more likely, but hopefully earlier than that. But that's our cutoff date because we definitely will have something ready to go.
It's got to be
by
there.
PAX
It's got
South,
for us to get the most value out of that conference. Like it has to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, this month's gonna be really stressful. Thankfully, we've still got Marissa, our contractor, working for us.
Yeah.
Another contractor who was awesome and worked with us previously is between jobs until the end of January, so he's going to pick up some extra time for us.
Right on.
Until he starts his next gig. So we're upping our manpower serendipitously. Thank
yeah.
God. And and so that'll give us more of a chance of making it.
Yeah.
We could make it. I mean, really, it's looking pretty good. Like stuff is pretty much there. It's a lot of bug fixing and a few smaller features and stuff at this point. So
yeah, and I'm really happy with where we're at. I think we've got a chance to put out something more polished and better and more complete than we ever had. So it's an exciting
and better
proposition.
than everything else in the world.
That's right. That's our promise to you. Our website will be better than anything ever.
I want to start a side podcast called Molyneux Promises.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right,
hey,
let's kill this.
All right, we're done. Thank you for morning coffeeing with us, and I'm going to get out of this dank dungeon thing, and then we're going to roll. Peace out.